1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's always good when you have 7 birds and you get 7 eggs. Thank you, girls. Hey guys, Redneck Manufacturing has been pretty busy here in the last month. Not with videos, but with everything else. I do have a full-time job and I do a lot of side hustling. This past month, the weather warmed up and everything kind of broke loose. We've been hauling dirt, hauling logs, cutting trees, a little bit of everything, working on tractors. But I had some videos made up. Just didn't have enough content to do anything with. I'll give you an example of that. We drove 2 hours down to Wallops Island, Virginia. We were going down there for the sounding rocket launch, and we were about 1.5 to 2 miles away from the actual launch pad. It's not a very big rocket that they launched, but it was gonna be pretty cool that close to it. We drove down there, and sure enough, they canceled the launch about 15 seconds before it went off because of bad weather over in Bermuda. They had to have visual for the rocket in order to launch it, and they had cloud cover, so they couldn't launch that. So I had just enough footage to do nothing with. After that, we were to go out to our local jail and help straighten out their firewood program. They have all the local tree companies dumping logs in a field in no particular order. So I was to go out there with a skid steer and get all that straightened out. And I did. I went out there for 2 weeks and straightened out logs for them. Unfortunately, we couldn't get any footage of it because prisoners have more rights than I do. And I can understand that. I didn't think I was going to be able to record when I got there, but I thought that'd be pretty cool to record the mess that I started with and the end result of what we had when I got done. So couldn't get any footage there. I do have a couple of pictures just to show you what I was up against. I'll show you those right here. So yeah, just really haven't had any footage. This past week, me and Dad, we ran up to Harrington, Delaware with an equipment trailer. We were supposed to pick up an International Harvester 560 and bring it home and work on it. We got up there. I never realized that an International Harvester 560 was so big. I think my trailer is 82 inches wide, and the outside of the wheels on this Farmall were 94 inches wide, so couldn't get it on the trailer. But we were able to take the carburetor off of the tractor. We brought that home, and that's going to be this week's video. This is actually the carburetor after we cleaned it up and shot it with some WD-40. You know, I took all the brass, put it on the wire wheel. We wire wheeled that, we wire wheeled this. Just wire wheeled what we could. We broke it apart. You'll see it. It's coming up right now. So we're on our way home, and yeah, we have an empty trailer back there. But we do have a carburetor in the bed of the truck. Guys, we're back in the shop. We got this carburetor here. This is off of an International Harvester 560. So we're gonna just set the camera up here. Yeah, you're gonna need some wrenches. Right now, we're just gonna unbolt the top and see what the actual bowl looks like. So yeah, we'll take you along on that journey. I'm not gonna hit all the bushings out or anything right now. All the ports and stuff. I'm not gonna take all that stuff out. I'm just gonna take the top off on camera and take a look inside the bowl, see what's in there, because it's not getting fuel. Here we go. All right, so now you can see that there is nothing in that bowl. That looks really good. The problem is right here. So the needle on the float was stuck. So we're going to take this pin out, take that bracket off, take that out, and we'll get that cleaned up and get that needle out of there. So the problem wasn't gunk in the bowl. It was actually the needle valve on the float that is stuck. So let's take care of that right now. All right, so you can see that we're dealing with a little bit of corrosion on the pin as well as the float, which doesn't allow that float to move freely. The other thing that I'm seeing, and I don't think I'll be able to show this on camera, is this is actually clogged full of rust or something like that. So I'm going to get a needle and see if I can't dig that out of there and show you what I get out of that. But this is actually the float needle. Now you can actually see through there. Before you couldn't see through there. It was full of rust. So we got that rust out of there. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to clean that up. Clean this up. And just clean everything up, really. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to blow air through all of these orifices. Blowing it through here should blow air out here. Blowing it through here should blow air out here. Now we'll get a container, fill it with some gasoline, and just let this stuff soak. All right, guys, there is one carburetor completely tore down, all the orifices blown through, everything cleaned up and put back together. And this thing is going to work. I can almost guarantee it. The remnants, yeah, we got some dirt over here, some dirty Q-tips, and a little piece of gasket that broke off, and some more remnants of dirt that came out of that carburetor. But overall, it wasn't that bad. So, yeah, we're going to give the owner a call, see when we can go up there, and we will record that. We'll record getting that tractor started up and hopefully have him drive it around the yard. Well, first and foremost, I just want to thank GoPro for a piece of shit camera. The buttons are breaking and everything else, and they don't keep a charge. It was fully charged at home, got up here, and my battery's dead. So now we're going to flip this camera around and show you the tractor. All right, guys, this is the Farmall 560 that we were up here the other day. We thought we were going to take it home on the trailer. You can see where I got the carburetor taken off of it, right there. The carburetor is wrapped up in that shirt right there. We got some tools here. So I currently have my GoPro in my truck. It is charging. So hopefully after I get this carburetor installed, we'll be able to throw the GoPro and just show this thing running. Here we go. All right, guys, moment of truth here. Moment of truth.